All right, and good evening, ladies and gentlemen, Jacks and Jills, and welcome to the Weekly Echo. I am your host, Monsieur Demouy, and I just now realized as I was about to go live, I was like, oh no, we're not going to be able to see the chat because of how I have this set up. So I can change that right quick. Throw this up here. Nope, that's not actually chat. Uh, where is it? Is it this one? About to find out. Is it this one? Not quite. It's there somewhere. I think it's this one. Kaboom! There we go. And yeah, as I have been mentioning for a hot minute, a week or two, the format for the show is changing this week. And so right now, PubCam is the star of the show. We do still have the proper setup and everything. Wrong one. To do that, you can see the setup is still there. It's just not currently the main view. And what's happening this week is actually so the format. The first half of the show is now going to be like kind of a news roundup on the week sort of segment, or a soapboxing segment if I feel so inclined. Maybe there's a topic I want to rant about, but of course, I'm let's say 20%, not 80% joking about that. But yeah, and so the first half's gonna be like news and stuff, and at some point I'll have a UI to go with the news and all that. But for now, it's gonna be the pub cam with the chat, and yeah, block slang Bricky is in this pub, and yeah, just letting the pub kind of do its thing there. So yeah, and I do have some time to kill, so to speak. As we do, there is also so the first half is all that stuff. And oh no, we just lost one person on the panel. But so yeah, so the first half is kind of news and stuff. Second half, we go to the panel and go over basically games that are explicitly top 10 teams, and only because yeah, the format, the old format was starting to get stale, and it was getting to a point where a lot of there were a lot of games we were covering that nobody would have a whole lot to say about because just not enough of us had seen that many games because there's a lot of games at this point. We had I know week to week at one point we had 30. I think last week before Nova and 18 and under split up. There were 30 teams, and we might still be near that number, which is quite a few. I was having to cut out 10 games that week, which was just at that point it was like, all right, let's reevaluate, especially since there were so many that we just didn't have a whole lot to say about, just because we hadn't happened to catch those games that week. Just it happened to be the people on the panel just didn't catch those games. So yeah, so now we are going to be explicitly covering top 10 teams and things of yeah, basically like that. So yeah, so in the news this week, so that's how I guess we'll just jump right into it. I have a handful of things to go over. Really exciting. So we'll start with the Questport is going into closed beta this week, and yeah, Questport's going to closed beta. That's really exciting. Something we've been waiting a long time for. And yeah, I think I saw something that they're going to be inviting people in waves, one wave every day. I don't know how true that is. The name that said it, I didn't recognize, but it was being shared around. And yeah, I do see chat not totally on board with the. Yeah, it's just I just we were really lacking. There was a lot of empty space when we were talking about teams, and it wasn't the teams were unknown. We just there was a lot of empty space when we just hadn't seen that game that week, and there were quite a few of them. As my cat is doing something loud over in the background there. So yeah, Questport going into closed beta this week. That's really exciting. Getting closer and closer to that release and that crossplay release that should bring in a whole bunch of new faces to Echo Arena. And then yeah, so next I hadn't actually organized all this. I should have, but the next bit I'm going to go into is this. So this is the top 15 as of last Sunday night. And the focus here is on those top six because as we go into this is the end of week 11. We have week 12 next week. As we go into week 12, we're really going to be focusing a lot on those top six because those are the six that are going to that have guaranteed spots into the finals qualifier. And so this is as it was last Sunday. And I do have an updated version. Although I don't know what I got distracted is what happened. So I do have it here though. Throw this in here. Oop, throw that on top. And so actually I'll just do like this, so you can see what changed. So notable changes. Really in the top six, the only change is a swap between Flare and Infinite in position. Also, we are still waiting for the scores from Creamy Milk versus Illuminati. Illuminati did take that one in two, I do believe. And in doing so, however, if you look at the MMR on the far right there, Illuminati at 1280 and Creamy Milk at 1230, and you look at the teams around them, Illuminati gaining 10 might swap them with Infinite, possibly. I wouldn't. I don't know how likely, but possibly. Creamy Milk will not drop. However, there's a good 20 MMR point difference between Creamy Milk and Legends there. So Creamy Milk not going to be moving from that spot after those scores get submitted. Illuminati might push up over Infinite, and Andy W saying Flair's heated with challenge matches. I don't know. I mean, they have two more games. That's not that many, and that is my reminder to mute my phone. So yeah, so that is the situation as it sits currently. You can, I mean, fairly confident. Joker, Kang, Flare, Infinite, Illuminati, all fairly comfortable. Orbit is the only one that I think really has an opportunity to lose that top six spot, and Andy W say, yeah, it's just teasing because they have two more games. Yeah. So Orbit could still. So Spaghetti is really pushing up on Orbit there. Spaghetti could take it over the next week. Instinct also with an opportunity. Creamy Milk potentially they're probably going to be at 1220 after those scores get submitted. So still a potential opportunity there, but less likely. I'd say Spaghetti has a best opportunity. Instinct not far behind Spaghetti. So that's really what we're going to be watching over the next week is that race of Orbit and Spaghetti and Instinct. And Andy W saying Spaghetti on fire might catch Orbit lacking. Very possible. Or slacking. I don't know if you missed the S. Lacking. Yeah, it's very possible. I mean, I remember in the preseason, it was Orbit. It was the top four. And at one point, near the end of that final week, Orbit was in fifth and Kang was in fourth. And Orbit won a game. I'm not sure who it was against. I want to say it was Spaghetti, but I'm not certain. And Orbit took that fourth spot from Kang in the last couple days there. And so maybe we'll see something like that going on here with Orbit and Spaghetti. And checking the panelist chat, and looks like Meatballer asked me what time. And so, yeah, panelists are not currently in that voice channel. And the panelists, we did have Dollar, Late Toast, and Meatballer. And I might just open that one up. You know, we are going to go ahead and open up that voice channel. Anybody who wants to... Whoops, I did not mean to join it. We're just going to open it up because... yeah, because reasons. So I'll actually do that during the intermission. We'll open that up so anybody can join for that second half. So I will go back to that main show where you can see the chat again. And so that's the situation on the standings. Now, what other bits of news was I going to cover over? Also, all right, so notable Phantoms in EU maintain their undefeated record at 21-0 after beating out Smash Dash, though notably Smash Dash pulled away with a round one victory in the series. They were also matched with Team Gravity this week, a team otherwise expected to really challenge Phantoms' undefeated record since their return. But that game is yet to be scheduled, so not sure what the situation is there. But yeah, Phantoms, unreal, undefeated record. And really curious if they're going to be able to maintain that to the end of the season. And so yeah, also so then to basically just kind of just the happenings of new teams, players leaving, players joining, name changes. So you got High Voltage changed their name from Planet Express. So they were Planet Express. They changed to High Voltage. Not a new team, just a new name and a new logo. And then as well, 6 Foot Over changed their name to Nitro. So again, not a new team. And let's see, I'm probably getting Flair since it's been 5 weeks. Oh, you're saying Infinite's probably going to be playing Flair this week. Is that what you're saying, Andy? And Cam Jam, yeah, I was gonna get to that. We do have also a new team, uh, Ace, joining the league with the roster of Diverting Rose, Avarice, That Green Pigeon, and Cam Jam. Now, I'm pretty sure That Green Pigeon, I'm pretty sure was on Guinness at one point, and then he was on another team. I can't remember that. And then Avarice, I'm pretty sure was on a team. Either that, or I've just seen him around. Diverting Rose, I want to say, is new to the league, but it could be mistaken. And of course, Cam Jam, everybody's a favorite Kiwi, finding himself on another new team here. That is the team of Ace, and I'm gonna check on chat there. I'm looking way too far over there. Let me do this. Yeah, is Zenith noting that? Yeah, it was. Oh, Gilligan in the chat. What's up, Gilligan? Um, yeah, noticing that there was when that team formed, there was a bit of a hoorah around it. Some scuttlebutt, some stuff. So yeah, but we won't get into that. And then also, so let's see, teams picking up players. Deception picked up Ice this week, and I thought that was notable. Ice is a very competent player, and I'm definitely curious to see how they do with him moving forward. Shepard joined Creamy Milk. Yay! Shepard finding himself a new team here. I saw Shepard was in the chat at one point as the Danimal. And yeah, Shepard, the founder of Flair, and then found for one reason or another, I don't, not my, thing, but found was no longer on Flair, and then has now found himself on Creamy Milk. And Dollar pointing out, this is my first week on A Plus. Yes, but that news broke on Sunday, and my cutoff was Monday, so I wasn't gonna keep that. I wasn't gonna throw that in the news. Uh, but yeah, yeah, this was my first week in A Plus. We played our first games today. One against Illuminati, and then against There's No Team. We lost both games. We lost to Illuminati in 2. We lost to There's No Team in 3. Good game. I mean, Illuminati's they're Illuminati. You know, they're good. And then there's a team. They just they got we felt confident after that first round, and then they just took it away from us. But yeah, also in the news, Nova was taken over. Now, Palador actually mentioned this in one of the casts earlier. That Nova was taken, but he got the name wrong. So he called it Neutrino, which is not. No, the name of the player that took over Nova, or the stand-in, is Neutron. Neutron star is if you don't become a black hole, you become a neutron star. A star blows up, goes supernova, and it collapses in on itself. And if there's enough density, you become a black hole. And if there's not, you become a neutron star. I'm sure there's other options that I'm too ignorant to cover. But yeah. And then I tagged this funny little tagline: "No one on Team Nova was available for comment." And then in sad news, it's still in happy news. Kate's joined Gambit. Now I don't know who Kate's is. I don't know this player. I don't know who Kate's is, but notable. I thought it was notable because they joined Gambit previously, Guinness, and Gambit is a very competent team, and so I'm very curious to see what that is about because I'm curious what Gambit sees in Kate's because this is a player I don't know. But yeah, in sad news, leaving the sad for last here, as Powder is joining us, and we also got Big John Jimmy throwing out some emotes there. And yeah, a lot of people in the chat tonight. In sad news, B-Love left Naples Ultra, and that was after the return of Zux. B-Love was on the team temporarily until Zux could return. Zux did return, so B-Love left the team and is now a league substitute once again. Well, last I checked, anyways. B-Love, great dude. Definitely worthy of being on really any team. And then a last bit of news here. And Mamba left Chaos. Sad to see Mamba, a very, very talented player. And yeah, definitely sad to see him leave that team. But yes, that is the news. And Powder noting that Twitch chat was mental today. It was awesome. Yes, it was. Particularly that Kang Joker game. It just popped off. And yeah, every just chat went crazy. They did the hype train. It hit like 210%, and then ended. And I guess it broke. I just don't know how that works. So I don't know why it went to 210% and didn't level up or whatever. But that's it did what it did. And yeah, so it's all right. So I'm gonna so yeah, that's the end of the news segment. That's all there really was to say about all that. We did go till 10:26, so about 15 minutes, which was really for first night really all I was aiming for. In the future, I want to try out things like maybe interviews or a mini panel or just something, I don't know. Different things we can test out in the future. Um, yeah, so that's it for the first portion of the show. Give me just a couple minutes. I will be right back with the panel and with the proper overlay there. The one you're all used to seeing. This one here, except we've got some extra information there. But yeah, I'll be right back. We'll be going to the pre-show screen just as a holdover for just a moment, and see you in just a couple. That countdown is not accurate. It's not going to be 10 minutes. Be right back.